How now shall we live? Dad Dave awakening. A trip to Disneyland with his daughter Katy woke Dad Dave up from his dream. It turned out that the fundamental reason why his daughter began to leave the Christian faith was that she pitted science against faith, believing that science was the truth and that Christianity, like all other religions, was just a subjective conjecture to comfort the weak. Dave realized for the first time that his daughter's ideas came from school, television, and books, and he failed to teach Katy how to face them. As a responsible father, Dave's self-blame is understandable, but how can Dave alone be blamed for his daughter's problems? The ideas that deviate from the Christian faith in Katy's mind did not come out of thin air, but came from the field of culture and education in society. The policies and regulations formulated by the government in related fields have a major impact on culture and education. Isn't this the area that many mainstream churches deliberately avoid or even strictly prohibit their congregants from talking about? There are many specious ideas in churches today. One of them is to warn the congregation not to waste their limited time and energy on social issues, but to focus on the Word of God and preach the gospel. In the parable of the sower, Jesus said that the effectiveness of evangelism depends on two factors, seeds and soil. The seed sown can only take root, sprout, grow, and bear fruit in good soil. The seed is the Word of God, and the soil is the heart of man. This is a big topic, so let us focus on the soil here. Many children who grow up in the church have pure hearts like Katy, and they are easily molded into good soil. It was a good testimony that Katy was baptized as a Christian with tears in her eyes when she was 9 years old. However, a pure heart is also the easiest to be polluted. Katy's problem made Dave realize that compared with his own youth, the social environment his daughter lives in has changed dramatically, and many ideas can easily enter a child's mind through various channels and pollute the child's heart. Just like a hard-working farmer notices from the growth of his crops that the soil in his farmland is seriously polluted, various toxic substances are seeping into the soil from the polluted air and water, corrupting the quality of the soil. It can be seen that social issues such as culture, education, and even politics are closely related to the environment in which human beings live. Mainstream churches deliberately avoid or even prohibit discussing social issues, which is tantamount to allowing environmental pollution to continue to deteriorate and poison the soil, but expecting the joy of a good harvest. Dad Dave clearly sees the problem. In order to save his daughter, he first needs to understand what has poisoned Katy's heart and where the source of the pollution is. There is no answer to the problem in the church, so he must explore it himself. The contemporary science that daughter Katy admires is based on the philosophy of naturalism in ancient Greece. Naturalism believes that nature is the only entity that exists and that all phenomena can be explained by natural laws without the need for supernatural intervention. Naturalism upholds human rationality and emphasizes understanding the world through rational hypothesis, observation, experimentation, and logical reasoning. Naturalistic thought has penetrated people's minds extensively, effectively, and continuously through schools, media, books, and cultural parks like Disney, becoming a widely accepted worldview. The popularization of naturalism is also due to iconic naturalist preachers like Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan is a famous American astronomer, astrophysicist, cosmologist, popular science writer and TV host. His Cosmos TV series premiered in the 1980s and was very popular and broadcast in many countries. His influence goes beyond the field of science. His views on the philosophy of science and science education have influenced many people, including later science writers and educators. In Sagan's message, the universe is everything that is, has been, and will be, and we are the children of the universe because the universe gave us life and nurtures us every day. Under the packaging of science, it is difficult for people to detect that the ideas Sagan spread have religious colors. Sagan is essentially a naturalistic preacher, and the universe in his mouth is his God. In order to save his daughter, Dad Dave must also face the world's prejudice against Christians. In literary and artistic works such as the film Inherit the Wind, Christians are portrayed as ignorant, old, and arrogant. In contrast, Darwin's defenders appear to be smart, educated, and gentle. Like Katy, most primary and secondary school students have watched the movie Inherit the Wind, or similar films and TV works. The prejudice against Christians and the Christian faith has also left a deep imprint in the children's young hearts. Obviously, in the cultural fields such as scientific education abandoned by the Church, naturalistic thoughts has become the precondition for the definition of science. And the Christian faith has almost completely lost its voice, and its influence is limited to the Christian community. How will Dave, the father who has entered the battlefield alone, start the battle? Does he still have a chance to defeat the powerful enemy and take back his daughter? Thank you for watching this video. The topic in the video comes from Chapter 6 of Charles Colson's Golden Award-winning book, How Now Shall We Live? Links to some of Charles Colson's books are listed below the video. May God bless you.